In 2024, everything hit me at once. My dog, my absolute best friend since college, died. My company was going through serious turbulence, and I was in the middle of IVF, drowning in all of these hormones and needles and medications, and I was just exhausted. Not the kind of exhausted where you need a weekend off. The kind of exhausted where you wake up and you can't remember why any of it even matters. So I did something that probably sounds a little dramatic. My husband and I got in an RV and we drove from Los Angeles to the Arctic. Yes, the Arctic. And somewhere up there, in all that silence and emptiness, I figured out something about burnout. It changed the way that I work, how I lead, and honestly, how I live my life. So today I'm going to share the 6 types of burnout that I've identified, how to figure out which one you are, and what to actually do about it. So if you've been watching the Winter Olympics like I have, first of all, what a ride. But one story that really hit me was Alysa Liu. So Alysa Liu just won gold in the women's individual figure skating, which is totally awesome. But here's the part that most people don't know. Her father, Arthur Liu, shared that Alyssa actually quit skating at 16. She was burned out. He'd left her in Colorado Springs to train while he went home to run his law practice and raise his 4 other kids as a single dad. So Alyssa just kind of fell out of love with figure skating. It took years and a lot of changes for her to come back to the sport. But then when she did, she won gold. The story stuck with me because burnout is not just an exhaustion problem. It's actually a misalignment problem. It's a disconnect between how we're asked to show up and what actually fills our tank. And that disconnect looks different for every single person. One of the most common questions that I get in my DMs, in replies, at events is about burnout. How do I push through burnout, Jenny? How do I know if what I'm even dealing with is burnout? Maybe I'm just going through a career crisis. Maybe it's just life. Over the years, between running teams, building companies, navigating really different seasons of my career, I started noticing patterns, not just in myself, but in the ambitious people around me, particularly women. We all hit walls, but we don't all hit the same wall. Okay, so quick disclaimer, I am not a psychiatrist, and this is not clinical. Think of this as a framework, not a diagnosis. This comes from living it and from hundreds of conversations with professionals who are building big lives and quietly struggling behind the scenes. Based on my experience, there are 6 types of burnout. Type 1, the overachiever. You're still delivering, and from the outside, you look great, but inside, you're running on fumes. Your identity is so tied to performance that stopping feels scarier than burning out. You would literally rather collapse than slow down, because if you slow down, it means that you are not you anymore. If this sounds like you, the answer is not to do less. It's to learn to detach your worth from your output. Type 2, the caretaker. This is the type of person that shows up for everyone. Your team, your partner, your family, your friends, but nobody thinks to actually check on you, the person who's always checking on everybody else. You give and you give and you give. And then there's nothing left. And you feel guilty for being empty. If this is you, the work is not about a self-care Sunday. It's about building real boundaries and letting other people show up for you too. The 3rd type is the idealist. You still care, you haven't checked out, but you lost the thread. You're going through the motions without remembering why you started. The mission that once lit you up now just feels heavy. If this is you, you don't need more motivation. You actually need to reconnect with your why, and you need to be honest about whether that has changed for you. Type 4, the perfectionist. Your standards are sky high. Maybe too high. The bar keeps moving and nothing ever feels quite good enough. You can get to 80% super, super fast, but then you spend an unlimited amount of time obsessing over the last 20%. I will be totally real. This is me. My husband can simply say, it's good enough, ship it out the door. And it genuinely boggles my mind because I don't understand how. What do you mean it's good enough? If this is you, like me, the solution is to learn to ship before perfect. Done beats perfect every time. Number 5, the dreamer. This one surprises people. You're not burned out from doing too much, but you're burned out from doing too little of what actually matters to you. So you're capable of more and you know it, but you're stuck in work that doesn't challenge you, and the gap between where you are and where you could be is just quite literally exhausting. If this is you, you don't need rest. You need to bet so much bigger on yourself. Type 6, the receiver. You feel everything. You absorb the energy of every room, every headline, every message. Your nervous system is running a marathon every single day simply by being awake and online. If this is you, the answer is not to toughen up. It is to protect your inputs. What you consume, how often you consume it, how much time you spend alone, and how much stillness you actually have in your day. Now, if I'm being completely vulnerable, my primary type of burnout is definitely the perfectionist with perhaps like a little bit of dreamer on top. My husband and I have built a few businesses together, and I spend way too many late nights perfecting the thing before we launch it. Literally last night, I had a sleepless night because I was so paranoid about what is to come with AI. I get so focused on getting things just right that I will work endlessly, second guess myself, and then I burn out before it even ships. Now, my husband, he's actually pretty different. He is the idealist. He has this weird tendency to zoom out and lose motivation because, well, in his words, the perceived absurdity of what we're building. Once I understood my pattern, I could catch it before I was fully cooked. So yeah, I'm still me, ADHD and all, but now I have language for what's happening. And the solution for a perfectionist is completely different from the solution for a caretaker or a dreamer. And that is literally the entire point. Burnout hits us all in very unique ways, and there is no one-size-fits-all solution. And that's exactly why I built a free 2-minute quiz so you can find out your type and get specific guidance on what you can actually do about it. The link is in the description below. Take the quiz, screenshot your results, send it to a friend who needs it because, let's be honest, we all know somebody. And if this resonated with you, drop your burnout type in the comments. I genuinely want to know, are you the overachiever, the caretaker, the dreamer? Are you the perfectionist like me? Let's talk about it. If you got value from this, subscribe. I put out content every week on building ambitious careers and businesses without losing yourself in the process for people like you. I'll see you in the next one.